What's up, man?
Um,
How you
so
doing?
pretty good.
We finally
Yeah,
got the timing right and everything.
there's a lot of rescheduling and stuff, but
Yeah,
yeah,
it happens, man. It's sometimes that's how it is. You get, busy people trying to connect. It's sometimes it
yeah,
takes a little bit. So your
right.
day going okay?
Yeah. How's storms over there? You
It's
got
better now. Yeah, it's
right.
better. Last week it was terrible. It was wild, but now, things are better. Now it's like super hot. I'm in Nashville, Tennessee. Where are you at?
I'm in Vancouver, Canada.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
What's the
Uh,
temperature like over there now around
right
this?
now it's raining 62 degrees.
Okay, so not too
Yeah.
bad. Yeah, we're like in the 90s, so we're scorching hot
Right.
now.
Yeah. I wish I live in a hot city, man.
You do?
Yeah.
Uh,
Um, that's one of the reason why I did better in Houston.
mhm.
And yeah, like because the heat actually drives me out.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. And it's like I get what you mean. Yeah, because whenever like I'll go to like Florida or something like that, I'll always
Right.
look a little better because I'll get like drier.
Yeah. You sweat it out and stuff.
Cool, cool. So well, first, I mean, before we like really get into it, I just want to thank you. I appreciate your time. Thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you for inviting me, man.
yeah, yeah, of course. I mean, I'm looking through your Instagram, and you look really good, man. When did you start like training? When did you just get into like fitness in general?
I started when I was 16. I was playing basketball. Yeah, I always wanted to or like I was in competitive league
Mm-hmm.
when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
And then I always wanted to build more muscle because yeah, like if you want to play competitively basketball, people are huge, they're bigger, they're stronger, faster. So as like I'm a 16-year-old kid, so I'm like I need to build more size, I need to get more muscular, and
Mm-hmm.
then that's how I fell in love in just like being in the gym and all that. And then I was watching Christian Guzman videos when I
Mm-hmm.
was young, and then I saw his success and all that stuff. So I'm like, okay, well, like I might as well like switch it up into a different sport.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, bodybuilding became my like my main goal right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just to build more muscles, step on stage, and all that.
How so how long did it take you from the moment that you decided, okay, I'm not going to compete, in basketball as much anymore or at all, and I'm just going to switch over to bodybuilding from that moment to the first time that you stepped on stage?
Yeah. So I started when I was 16 training for basketball stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then I yeah, around like 19, 20. I'm not that tall. And
Mm-hmm.
well, like basketball, like you kind of have to be like genetically freak to be in a higher level like athlete in basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I'm 5'10", like I'm the most like average guy ever. Um, yeah, like that's when I was like, okay, well, like I know I'm not getting anywhere from basketball. And
Mm-hmm.
then well, I grew up as an athlete and I just can't have I can't not have anything to aim for. If
Mm-hmm.
that makes
Mm-hmm.
sense. Like
Yeah, no, I understand.
I want to keep competing. I want to have like something that I aim for.
Mm-hmm.
And bodybuilding, it's a pretty good sport. It's selfish, like it's all you because
Mm-hmm.
well, like basketball, it's a team sport, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
if someone's fucked it up or like someone do better than you, like it's gonna carry the team or whatever, like right.
Right, right,
But
right.
uh, bodybuilding, it's different, like it's all you. So no one's gonna know how hard you work for. Like
Mm-hmm.
you are the one who knows how hard you work for, like to step on stage. That's why I love the sport. It humbles you.
Mm.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah, and it's just like stepping on stage, having that deadline, actually drives me more motivated than like any other sports. Um, like
Yeah.
sure, like we like as a basketball team, we always want to win championship and stuff, but at the same time, like it's a team sport. Like
Hmm.
it's surrounded by like a lot of people. There's a lot of different factors that you can't control. But bodybuilding, it's all about you being in control and just like controlling, like self-controlling, like discipline and all that. It's just a different level of like sportsmanship.
Sure. And I was just kind of thinking I'm kind of in the same boat like you. It's not, for me, I was always more interested in sports that were individual. Like I wrestled for a long time. I did a lot of combat sports. Bodybuilding obviously is like we just talked about, it's a individual sport because there's nobody, unlike basketball or other sports, there's nobody to pass the ball to. And so it's like it's all like you said, it's all on you. So if you do well, it's like kind of all the glory kind of goes to you. But then if you fail, there's no one else to blame either, so it's all on
Yeah,
you either way. And I kind of like that aspect of control, that no one can take credit from you, but then also you can't necessarily blame anyone else for your failures either. So
yeah,
it's an exciting, like, sport to be involved in. So
yeah.
but how like, I guess my question originally was like, how long did it take you to step on stage from when you
Right.
like
Yeah.
started taking it seriously? So like, was it a few months? Was it a year? Like, how long did it take?
It took me, well, I was 16, and then I was like, okay, well, like around 1920. I'm 26 right now.
Mhm.
So around 20 years old, I started taking it a little bit more seriously. I try to, like that's when Christian Guzman have like all that like summer shredding online stuff.
Mhm.
Like he trying to motivate everyone to be, oh, like let's diet together and all that. That's when I started. I think it's 2019. Yeah, that's when I started to like, you know what, like let me try to, like trying to bulk, trying to cut down and all that. And
Right.
then when I first stepped on stage, I was 23. Yeah,
Okay.
I was 23.
Okay.
2020 summer shredding, that's my first time stepping on stage.
Okay.
um Getting to meet Christian, and yeah, like it's just like it's a huge community over there.
Hmm.
That's when I fell in love in like bodybuilding, to do all these like spray tanning,
Hmm.
like prep for a show, and each and every steps. I just love the process of it.
Yeah. Yeah. I
That's
mean,
yeah,
so 2020 was when you stepped on stage for the
yeah, for the
first time. Yeah. And so how, like, did you like feel at that point like, okay, I'm in a good place where I feel like I'm gonna do, well, or like did you just want to try it out and just kind of see like where you place?
I'll be honest, I was not ready.
Mhm.
I was I was prepping for myself. Like I didn't have a coach back then. Um well, it's just like everyone's first show, right? Like
Mhm.
it's you're not gonna be champion for the first time.
Right.
um like I totally understand that. And well, 2020, it's the COVID year too, right?
Mhm.
Like, it makes it even harder. But then I was like, you know what, like I work hard for this, no matter if I'm if I'm ready or not. Like no
Mhm.
matter what people thinks I'm ready or not, I don't care. I just want to go do my thing. I just want to enjoy it. I just want to try it out. No matter what, I'm not giving up. Like I just can't, I can't give up, like, because I know how hard I work for it. Even though
Mhm.
I'm not ready, but like I still want to like do my thing. I still work hard for this, so
Mhm.
I want to make sure I follow my words instead of like giving up. just
Right.
because I'm not ready. Yeah.
Right. You were driven. You were driven. You wanted to, you wanted to accomplish it, and any, whatever that means, you wanted
Yeah.
to end up being on that stage, which, is pretty awesome, especially at that young age, because a lot of people, at a younger age like that might have been like, ugh, it's too much. I don't want to deal with it, especially like you said, COVID years. But you stuck it out. And I mean, like looking at your physique, you obviously, are going the right direction. I was gonna
Yeah.
say, how did COVID affect? Because I know in the United States here, there was a lot of gyms, were shut down. I actually built a home gym during that time because I couldn't
Right.
really get to work out anywhere. How was that for you?
Thank God I pretty much escaped every lockdown in COVID year. Because
Nice.
my parents live in Hong Kong.
Uh-huh.
Uh, so when it started in China, right?
Right.
Uh, so Hong Kong, it's basically like pretty, like it's the first city that hits.
Right. Like ground zero.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's
ground zero. So like I'm like, dude, like F this. I'm like, I'm flying back to Canada.
Mhm,
So when North America, it's still like pretty, like it's still pretty open. There's
mhm,
nothing over here. The COVID haven't spread it over here yet, and then
mhm,
everything it's open. It's fine. And then when it starts, all these like lockdowns and stuff back then, when like California it's locking down, like Vancouver it's locking down and all that stuff.
mhm,
um, I actually flew back to Hong Kong and visit my family
mhm.
because they ease up, because it
Okay.
starts getting like less and less cases and they ease up.
Mhm.
Uh, so that's when I have like chances to get like workouts and all that because everything is open, right? Um,
Interesting. Okay.
yeah. So I went back for like maybe like half a year, and then yeah, and then it started getting worse, and then I flew, and then I think it's about time to be on stage, or like being on stage and all that. So I flew to Houston. Texas is not like like
Mhm.
insane lockdown or whatever. So I still get to work out and stuff. Um
So
yeah.
you were basically just bouncing around, like working
I'm
out
just bouncing around. Yeah.
wherever you could. I mean,
Exactly.
that's a
Yeah,
pretty interesting story,
I know. Yeah.
That so you're like going to Hong Kong, training there, then like they get more cases, then you come back, you go somewhere else and train
Yeah.
there, then yeah, that's how was your physique, you think, affected by this, or do you think like you had enough good training days, even in that chaos, like that you made improvements?
I still have like pretty good workouts,
Hmm.
because well, like the thing is I try to make it happen. Like no matter what, I try to make it happen. Like I try to sneak around, like
Hmm.
see like which gym is open, and
Hmm.
like even if they need me to have like they have like a stupid time limit for workout times at some point.
Uh-huh.
So well, like 1 hour is not enough. So they have like a half an hour cleanup or whatever. So I did my 1 hour workout and then wait outside for half an hour and then come back for another hour to work out. Like
Yeah.
just wait till, yeah, like if you have a will, you have a way, right?
Right, right, right. Yeah, it's you have a lot of determination, It's
Yeah,
like you gotta you put yourself in those, in that kind of situation where
yeah,
no matter what, you're gonna get it done, even if you have to, wait and come back, even if you have to go to a different place in the world to train, even if you have to do like whatever you gotta do, you gotta do. And
yeah,
that's like a championship type of mentality,
yeah.
that's why. How do you train? Do you generally like train like with heavyweights? Are you more of a volume guy?
I do a little bit both.
Mhm,
When I was off season, I do a little bit more heavier
mhm,
weights. But yeah, like towards prepping and all that, there's more volume definitely. and then yeah, loads of reps,
Mm-hmm.
like just pretty much like going for failure every time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, like trying to understand like reps and reserve and all that. I'm a trainer myself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I also have a coach. I learn a lot from my coach. Um, yeah, like it betters my, you know, like my knowledge and
Mm-hmm.
all that. But yeah,
Yeah.
basically,
How do you, I guess like I'm trying to say, do you feel like, so you're in, let me see here, you're in physique, right?
yeah.
In the men's physique. So do you feel, and you're, you're a really young guy, is that somewhere where you like want to stay, or are you trying to, like, as you get older, as you put on more muscle, you're trying to get into other divisions? Like how did you think, this through?
Um, Honestly, I love men's physique look.
Mm-hmm.
Like I as much as I want to get bigger, but I don't think my frame it's gonna fit in classic
Mm-hmm.
physique. Because my yeah, I think my waist is pretty small,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
and yeah, like it's just like I just don't have that X frame um for classic physique, at least
Yeah.
for now. But
Sure. Sure.
we'll see what happens to, like, you know, like further in the future. If I get bigger and, like, you know, like 2024 men's physique, they're gonna have like weight caps and stuff. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
pretty sure the look is gonna be, maybe they're gonna change a little bit, but
Mm-hmm.
we'll see what happens. But I think I do love the men physiques, posing and,
Mm-hmm.
like board short kind of thing. Like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I like the look of it. Like I'm not much of a speedo guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I got you. I got you. Well, it's definitely a good look, and it's also like a much more mainstream look too. Like you
yeah,
can, like the general public is going to be way more, find you and the other guys in that division way more appealing than, like, like bodybuilders,
yeah.
or even, as much as people like to say, like, classic physique is smaller. I mean, it's smaller than bodybuilding, but it's still, by most people in the
It's still
public,
huge. Yeah,
yeah, they're still gigantic. Most people in the public would think they're really big, and but I kind of look at men's physique, and they're getting bigger too. Like,
oh yeah.
I forgot the name of the Olympia champ, but he's huge, like, compared to like the guys
Thanks.
from
Yeah,
years ago.
yeah. He's huge.
Yeah.
Every other pro guys are pretty huge.
Yeah.
Um, Men's physique is getting bigger and bigger, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like even though they're getting bigger, I still feel like I want to get bigger. Like it makes
Mm-hmm.
sense.
Right.
And
So you have room, like, to grow. Like you can still keep going. Like you don't have
yeah,
to, like, stop yourself from growing.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's exciting. So, with the new, like, weight cap that's going to be put on the division, like, what do you think about that? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Like, do you see any issues with it?
I do think there will be some issues coming out just because obviously taller guys have taller frames,
Mm-hmm.
bigger frames and stuff. So they have a lot more weight gonna fill up. So if
Mm-hmm.
they fill up the weight cap, it's gonna still look a lot bigger than shorter guys.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they gonna, you know, like adjust it or whatever, but I think it's just, well, I watch a lot of Greg Doucette
Mm-hmm.
videos.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like as well, like I agree, like judges needs to be judging accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but then at the same time, when you have like someone that's bigger and leaner, like like your eyes obviously is gonna be like looking at them, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh, it makes sense. But however the sport's gonna go, it doesn't affect me loving it. I just wanna, like, I'm still do like like I'm still doing my best to be the best version of myself.
Sure.
Uh, yeah, like as much as I want to win, but like like I love the sport no matter where I place. If as long as I'm getting better and better every year, um, like placing might follow through, might not, but um, like
Mhm.
I would still enjoy doing it and enjoy competing no matter what. Yeah.
I think you know, you're so fresh, you're so young. You know, I feel like the better you get, the better your placings will get. I mean, you got what, fifth out of 18
Fifth.
guys?
Yeah.
Fifth out of 18 guys, right? So it's like
Yeah.
that's a great placing, you know, like that's nothing to be, you know, to be you know, to look down upon. And as you continue to grow, put on more muscle, get, you know, your structure is going to get better. You know, you're going to fill out better, and it's like you're going to place better and better. So, you know, it's a progressive thing, you know,
Yeah.
it doesn't happen overnight. But I did listen to, I don't know if you're aware of like RX Muscle with Dave Palumbo. And so they were talking about this weight cap, and they had an interesting point. They were saying that since legs aren't judged, you know, like the way they would be judged like in other
Yeah.
divisions, the guys will like not completely avoid training legs just to put on more weight onto their like upper body. So like let's say your weight cap is, I don't know, like let's say your weight cap is like
Right.
170 pounds. They're gonna not train legs and put on that weight from the legs like onto their upper body. So um, you know, like what do you think about that? One and two, like do you train legs? Like is that something that's a priority for you?
Yeah, I do. Well, I do train legs. I do love training legs. As much as I feel like sore after, but like I still love training legs.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, back to another question is like I do feel like um people would rather sacrifice their lower body than upper body, but at the same time, that's something that I think the judges have to be make it clear because um like what are the looks they're looking for, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
if they're not judging their legs as much, um well, like of course people are gonna sacrifice their lower body instead of upper body. But if they want to be like balance it out, or like they have to have a clear um judgment, I would say, like, or
Mm-hmm.
just having like more detailed of like what they're looking for. I think that will be something that it will help like competitors to understand what they want.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but I
Because
do.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, yeah. But I do think it's not a good look when you have like a chopstick legs when
Y-
you're competing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So like that's the thing, right? Like I was thinking about that, and it's like even though you have board shorts on and you're not necessarily seeing like half the leg, still, if you don't train legs at least to some degree,
Uh-huh.
you're not gonna the look is still gonna be weird. Like it's
Yeah.
because you can kind of see it, you know, even with the shorts on, you know. So
Yeah.
because like I was just, you know, I'm looking at your like you were talking about you train legs, and so I'm looking at your you know Instagram here, and I'm looking even your shorts still right up above the knee, so I can still kind
Yeah.
of see your, you know, your quads, like your lower half of your quads, the teardrop, all that stuff, and of course the lower leg. So it's like if you decided, oh, I'm not gonna train that anymore, you know, it's gonna
That's gonna
change your
be weird.
look. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna change your look. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird. I still want to feel like my shorts are filled up,
Yeah.
like not like loose and all that.
You
Yeah,
know, like dropping dropping off your waist or something because
exactly.
you don't have
Yeah,
enough muscle.
yeah.
That's funny. Yeah. So so you know, you place fifth here. Like, do you have other what's the next step? Are you planning to do any more shows this year? Are you stopping it and just trying to grow until, you know, next year?
Right. I actually did one a week before my summer shredding.
Okay.
So I did two. I did two shows this year.
Okay.
Yeah, my first one didn't do well just because, um, well, me and my coach misjudged my food intake.
Mm-hmm.
I had rice and potatoes in the morning, and then it doesn't digest well, and it blows me up.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so second show we actually did a different approach to have different protocol for show day,
Mm-hmm.
and I did a lot better. So well, I was aiming for another one to try to go for a national qualified in September. So
Okay.
this one thing that I'm trying to aim for. Yeah, before the year ends, and then I'm gonna try to go for a complete off season and build more and grow more, and then try to go for a pro.
Okay. What's
Yeah.
what show is in September? Do you know?
Yeah. It's gonna be Van City showdown
Mm.
in Vancouver.
So
It's
it's
a
low.
local yeah.
Yeah. So it'll be local. It'll be good for you. You
Yeah.
won't have to
I
worry
don't have
about
travel.
travel.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 20 minutes drive away from my place, so it's pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be good. So if you do well there, or you get nationally qualified, what will be the show that you would do to try to get the pro card? Then you would just go to nationals. Is that
I think it's gonna be NPC shows.
okay?
Try to go for a pro qualified.
Oh, so
Um,
you okay? So you'll have. I got you. I got
Pro
you.
qualified shows. But I think I would stop after if I get my national qualified this year. Like if I get my national qualified this year, I'll be like having a whole complete off season to grow more
Mm-hmm.
for pro qualified. Um, yeah, because regardless, I feel like I'm still not big enough for pro qualified. My shape, I still have a lot of stuff that I have to improve in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I think the complete off season for like to prepare for my pro qualified show, it's gonna be a lot better. It's a more smarter way to do it.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. And one of the biggest problems that I see, guys and girls do is that they push for like a better placing, they push for a better placing, and then they'll compete in a show where maybe other people aren't as good and they'll do
Yeah,
better in. But real and then they go like further and they don't do as well. And the reason is because, they were able to sneak through in a particular show, but they haven't really like
yeah,
developed their physique yet. So
yeah,
it's good to take a good off season, grow, get better, fill out, like look the part, so then you can compete in any show and do well instead of just, trying to catch the right one, with the right
yeah,
competitors. So
yeah,
for sure, for sure.
yeah,
That'll be, I mean, that'll be good. I'm wishing you well in September. I think,
yeah.
I think you'll do well. Is there something that you're trying to bring up from now till then? Is there any part of your body that you're working on specifically?
Yeah, like I get some feedback from judges. I need to build more of my lats. I need to have more of a V taper look.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and my upper chest and my front delt. That's something that I need. I always knew I am lack of like my upper chest and my lats and my shoulders. But I also understand it takes time. Like
Yeah.
it's not like an overnight thing. Like guys are doing like years and years of like I've been competing for 3 years now, like 3 4 years now. Like it's my first time getting first call out. Like
Mm-hmm.
I know it's a grind. Like
Yeah.
like if you're not genetically gifted and like you just have to grind. Like hard
Yeah.
work it's gonna be there to beat talent, right?
Yeah, absolutely. How did you feel when you got the first call out this time? I didn't realize it was your first one ever. Did you like were you excited? Did you expect it? Like how
I was actually pretty excited. Like like after my first show, actually my first show I got first call out. So I was like, yeah, like I'm pretty excited. But then deep down in my mind, like, because this is an NPC show, like my first show, it's pretty like maybe I'm a little stressed out. Um, just because like I haven't been step on stage for 2 years. It's been a while, and like I was hoping to have like something back. Um, but yeah, like I didn't do well. And then my second show, I actually like I'm genuinely more enjoyable. Like I'm just more I'm just more happier in my in the second show. Because I know it's gonna be fun. Like summer shredding is all about fun.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like competitors are friendly, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like they're more open about like talking about their stuff. So I'm just genuinely more enjoying summer shredding. That's why I think that that part of me, that I'm like, no matter what, like, you know, like I'll be happy to be on stage. I'll be happy to be on like summer shredding stage to
Mm-hmm.
compete in, you know, like. And then when I get my first call out, I'm actually like super excited just because I'm like, I did not expect that. Like I just go up there and do my thing, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
I did not expect that.
Yeah, that's, I mean, that's at this point, like now that you've got your first call out, it's like the nerves are probably, you're probably not going to have as many nerves now. You're probably going to be looking for it. You're like, okay, at this
Yeah,
point, like I'm shooting for that first call out now, as opposed to
yeah,
like, oh, it happened. I'm excited about it. And,
yeah,
so, and I think that'll help you. I think that confidence will definitely, help you as well. So,
yeah.
for sure. How you said you're from Hong Kong, your parents live in Hong Kong. How are they uh taking your bodybuilding endeavors? Do they like understand it? Are they supportive, or yeah, is it something that's kind of different to them, to their generation?
They always knew that I love sports.
Hmm.
They never really pushed me. Well, like you know how like Asian parents, they always have like crazy expectations with their kids. But thank God my parents are pretty chill about it.
Hmm.
Um, like I still remember when I was like 14, 15. I was like, I was still watching Christian Guzman's videos. I'm like, I want to be that guy. I want to be jacked. You know, like I want to train, I want to be in a gym. But you know, like as a 14, 15 years old kid, you can't be in a gym because
Right.
you just can't, right?
Yeah.
Like you have to have like guardian or whatever.
Right. Right.
So I was actually like trying all the best that I can do to be like I still remember I have like um those gallons bottles and just pretend I'm doing a bench press on
Yeah.
my couch or whatever. Like I just want to work out, you know? Like once I hit 16 and then I was like, I was begging my mom to be like, can you just like sign me up for a gym? Like it's like it's not too expensive. Like I just wanna work out. I want to be better. And then yeah, like they always knew I want it to be like to be in a gym area or like to just like play sports and do all that like active
Hmm.
stuff. So they're pretty chill about like me being like,
Yeah.
like just doing whatever I want to.
Uh-huh. That's
And
good. That's good.
yeah. And then I'm Canadian. I actually moved to Vancouver with my ex alone here.
Hmm.
And then yeah, and then we break up and all that. Yeah, so like
And I
I'm
and
yeah, I just grind it here. I grind it out here. You know, like I always be like, yeah, whatever life takes me, I just be wherever I want to, you know, like
yeah, you kind of flow with it. Yeah.
yeah, just flow with it. You
That's
can't
good.
control, yeah, can't control what you can't control, right?
Well, they'll definitely keep your cortisol levels down.
Yeah.
You won't be as stressed out.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah. So it's interesting when you're talking and you mentioned like the Asian parents and all that. I was so one of the people that I follow, I've been following for many years. He's a like old time bodybuilder, but he's a coach now. Coaches Regan Grimes, Milo Starchef, and
Right.
he has he helps several Asian bodybuilders, some of them Chinese, some of them other from other places, and there are really good Asian like bodybuilders coming up now.
Yeah.
Like so, I mean, even some of the women look like incredible. And
Yeah.
so like I think there's gonna be is going to be a big push from like Asia to like in these divisions. It's
Yeah.
sooner or later it's going to be like a really big push because they're all coming up, and it's like at
Yeah.
some point it's all going to kind of come to fruition.
Yeah.
um and you see that sometimes you'll get like a large influx of like Brazilians, or like large
Yeah.
influx of like right now there's a few Nigerians like that are like at the
Yeah.
top levels. And so I think the Asians are like they're gonna be here before you know it, because
Yeah.
they're all doing so well and their physiques are incredible. So I
Yeah.
think we're about to see that push. So
Yeah. Well, it's definitely something that, like it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be a little change
mhm.
in the game. Yeah. It's
Yeah, yeah.
exciting. Yeah.
Yeah. It's and I always like wonder what causes that, like what causes those kind of waves, from like different places in the world. Is it just because things become more popular? Is it, like, I don't know. It's hard to say, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's exciting to see. And it makes things more interesting, right? It's like
Yeah.
always the same people doing well. It kind of becomes boring. So
Yeah.
it's nice to see somebody come that you didn't expect and do
Yeah.
well. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's one thing that I love about the sport, because you never know who's gonna be right next to you, right? Like I was actually competing with Jesse James. Uh
So I saw
yeah,
that
he
picture.
was nice, right next to me. I
I
was like,
saw that
hey.
picture. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, that was
exciting.
actually
Yeah.
pretty fun. Yeah.
So did you ask to take a picture with him, or did he
Oh
ask to take
yeah,
a picture
of
with
course. Yeah.
you?
He's pretty good. Like he looks good.
Yeah. I saw,
Uh,
yeah, he was pretty shredded. How did he
yeah.
do in that show?
I think he either gets second or third.
There, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
second or third.
Was it was the guy that got first? Did he look pretty like good, phenomenal?
Yeah, they all look pretty lean. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's one thing that I need to work on with my condition.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, my condition could be a little bit more better
Uh-huh.
when I'm on stage, but it is what it is, like I just gotta work hard, getting better every show.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like compared to my first show, second show, third show, this is the best that I ever looked. Um, and like I'm happy about it.
Yeah. What do you
It-
think what do you think it is? Do you think it's like, do you like cheat on your diet? Is it more like you just need time? Like what is it that you're saying, you need a little bit more condition? Is it, do you need more time and prep? Like what do you
yeah,
think
I
it
I think
is?
I do think I need a little bit more time
Mm-hmm.
to cut down, like a little bit more, to note my condition. And I also think it's just, like experimenting my body, how it works.
Mm-hmm.
Um and it's the first year that I work with my coach, and I understand it's all about like try and errors, right?
Yeah,
You just can't, well, like I don't understand how my body works. I can't expect her to understand how I works, right?
sure, sure.
But once we get it more, once we get more and more data from how I do with my shows, I'll be a lot better every time I do it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, so definitely it's one of those things like as a coach and like as when I talk to people and help people out too, it's 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 not easy to nail it from the first time. It's almost
Yeah.
impossible because everybody's different, and so it takes time to get to know how somebody's body reacts to different things. and
Yeah.
and that's, and this isn't like something that's only seen on the like the amateur level, like even on the pros, like when you'll see
Oh yeah.
pros switch coaches, and the, like it takes time for the new coach to kind of see what that person's body does and adjust
Yeah.
for it, so for sure, I mean, I think that that will be a big help. Also, I think as you get deeper into the game, you put on more muscle and you develop your physique, it's
Yeah.
gonna it's gonna make your condition look even better, and
Oh yeah.
so
Yeah.
even at the same rate of condition, like
Uh-huh.
with a little more muscle, you'll look better. So that your look will be different, so I think that's also going to come, but that comes with maturity time,
Yeah.
year
Time.
after year,
Yeah.
good off seasons,
Yeah.
so stuff like that. So is your let me see here. I believe me and your coach follow each other. You said she, and now I'm wondering if
Yeah.
this is her. Is it
Um,
Aaron?
yeah.
Okay, yeah, we follow
Yeah.
each other. We were wanting to do an episode together some time back, and I think things
Right.
just timing and things just kind of fell through. But
Yeah.
but yeah, but I mean, she's in fantastic shape too. So like,
Oh yeah.
I think she definitely,
I
does a
think
good job.
she's prepping for a show in 2, 3 weeks.
Okay,
Yeah. But she looks amazing.
yeah.
She's an amazing coach.
Hmm.
Yeah. Super
That's, I mean,
supportive.
that's so important because, I know you're still fairly new, in bodybuilding, but like you're a smart guy. You know how things can go.
Yeah.
If you have a coach that's, not dedicated to you, and it's not as, not as driven about your success as you are, it can become, kind of dif- difficult situation. A lot of times those relationships don't work out. But if a coach
Yeah.
is invested in you, I mean, you guys can go far together. So
Yeah.
for
Yeah, I
sure.
fully understand that. Like that's why I'm like every time when I talk to her, like I you know what? Like I trust you. Like I just like whatever you told me to do, I'm just
Mm-hmm.
gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
not yeah, like I like to be an athlete. Like that's how I grew up as an athlete, and I think she understand that, and like it helps with like being a good athlete and having a coach that like it makes her job easier.
Sure. Sure. So you come. Uh, compartmentalize. I was like, that word is so difficult for me to say for some reason. So you're like, hey, I'm the athlete. I just do what you tell me,
Yeah,
and it makes things easier. She's the mind behind the project, and so like
yeah,
together you guys work
yeah,
well like that.
yeah,
So yeah, that's good. That's good. That's a thing that's like sometimes hard to get in this industry. So if you have it, like you want to really hold on to it.
yeah. Because people want stuff like right now, right away, like, but you just can't.
Yeah,
Most of the
it's
time.
a yeah, no, you're true. You're right. It's a patience problem. Like people don't
Yeah,
have patience, they want that instant gratification, and
exactly. Yeah,
that can lead to problems. I mean, we don't have to like go because this would be like a totally another episode.
yeah,
But like when you're talking about like supplements and PEDs and everything like that, sometimes what happens is people, to compensate for the fact that they need time, but they're not willing to wait on that time to develop, they start
yeah.
like using
Abusing
too
it.
many
Yeah,
supplements and stuff like that in
yep,
assistance when they don't need to. And so,
yeah,
yeah, it looks like you have a good head on your shoulders, and it looks like you have a good coach that is leading you down the right
yeah,
path. So definitely, stay with that for sure.
yeah.
Awesome.
I'm
Awesome.
excited.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just excited to like see what we can achieve together, which is pretty,
Yeah.
like exciting. Yeah.
I'm excited to see like how September is going to go for you, and I'm really excited to see how like this off season is gonna go for you, because I think you're gonna make, you're gonna make good gains in this off season and really hit the ground running, next year.
Yeah.
So for sure.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
Yeah, yeah, no problem. Well, hey, and let me make sure I pronounce your name correctly because I've really only seen it written. It's Jackie, right? Just like
Yeah.
how it's spelled. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Jackie, thank you so much for, your time. I greatly
Yeah, man.
appreciate it. I know you just got off work, so
Yeah.
it's
All right, man. Yeah. I'm a trainer. I make my own schedule, like it's pretty chill.
yeah, nice,
Yeah.
nice. That's
Yeah.
that's another part. That's another good thing about, being a
Like,
trainer
yeah,
and stuff. Set your own
exactly.
schedule.
Yeah.
So if somebody wanted to like reach out to you for nutrition, for training, for coaching, or just to get you on another podcast like this, what
Yeah.
would be the best way for them to reach out to you?
Yeah, Instagram will be the best.
Okay.
Everyone have Instagram, like it's easy.
Yeah,
And just
awesome.
slide into my DM, I got.
Okay, awesome. And guys, I'll link everything at the
Reply.
bottom of this video,
Yeah,
so it'd be easy for you to reach out to Jackie. Well,
right.
thank you so much, man. You take care.
Yeah,
Have a good rest of the evening.
too, man. Appreciate that, man.
Bye.
Bye.